Lumikha tayo ng 8 milyong trabaho, an average of 1 million a year, much, much more than at any other time. In sum, first, we have a strong economy and a strong fiscal position to withstand political shocks. Second, we built new and modern infrastructure and completed unfinished ones. Third, the economy is more fair to the poor than ever before. Fourth, we are building a sound base for the next generation. Fifth, international authorities have taken notice that we are safer from environmental degradation and man-made disasters. As a country in the path of typhoons and in the Pacific Rim of Fire, we must be prepared as the latest technology permits to anticipate natural calamities when that is possible, to extend immediate and effective relief when it is not. The mapping of flood and landslide-prone areas is almost complete. Early warning forecasting and monitoring systems have been improved with weather tracking facilities in Subic, Tagaytay, Mactan, Mindanao, Pampanga. We have worked on flood control infrastructure like those for Pinatubo, Agno, Lawag, and Abukay, which will pump the runoff waters from Quezon City and Tondo, flooding Sampaloc. This will help relieve hundreds of hectares in this old city of its age-old woe. Patuloy naman yung Kamanava, dagdag sa Pinatubo, Iloilo, Pasig Marikina, Bicol River Basin at mga river basin ng Mindanao. The victims of Typhoon Frank in Panay should receive their long overdue assistance package. I ask Congress to pass the snitch law. Namana natin ang pinakamatagal na rebelyon ng komunista sa buong mundo. Si Leo de la Cruz, isa sa 12,000 rebel returnee. 16 pa lang siya nang sumali sa NPA. Naging kasapi sa Regional White Area Committee. Na-promote sa Leyte Party Committee Secretary. Nahuli noong 2006. She is now involved in an LGU-supported handicraft livelihood training of former rebels. We love you, Leah. There is now a good prospect for peace talks with both the Communist Party of the Philippines and the MILF, with whom we are now on ceasefire. We inherited an age-old conflict in Mindanao, exacerbated by a politically popular but nearsighted policy of massive retaliation. This only provoked the other side to continue the war. In these two internal conflicts, ang tanong ay hindi, sino ang mananalo? Kung hindi, bakit pa ba kailangan maglaban ang kapwa Pilipino tungkol sa mga isyu na alam naman nating lahat na di maluluta sa dahas at mareresolba lang sa paraang demokratiko. There is nothing more than I would wish for than peace in Mindanao. It will be a blessing for all its people, Muslim, Christian, and Lumads. It will show other religiously divided communities that there can be common ground on which to live together in peace, harmony, and cooperation that respects each other's religious beliefs. At sa lahat ng dako ng bansa, kailangan nating protektahan ang ating mga mamamayan kontra sa krimen in their homes, in their neighborhoods, in their communities. How shall crime be fought? With the 5 pillars of justice, including crime fighters. We call on Congress to fund more policemen on the streets. Real government is about looking beyond the vested to the national interest, setting up the necessary conditions to enable the next, more enabled and more empowered generation to achieve a country as prosperous, a people as content as ours deserve to be. The noisiest critics of constitutional reform tirelessly and shamelessly attempted cha-cha when they thought they could take advantage of a shift in the form of government. Now that they feel they cannot benefit from it, they oppose it. As the seeds of fundamental political reform are planted, let us address the highest exercise of democracy, voting. In 2001, I said we would finance fully automated elections. We got it thanks to Congress. At the end of this speech, I shall step down from this stage, but not from the presidency. My term does not end until next year. Until then, I will fight for the ordinary Filipino. The nation comes first. There is much to do as head of state to the very last day. A year is a long time. Patuloy ang pamumuhunan sa tinatawag na 3 E's ng ekonomiya, environment, at edukasyon. There are many perils that we must still guard against. A man-made calamity is already upon us, global in scale. As I said earlier, so far we have been spared its worst effects, but we cannot be complacent. We only know that we have generated more resources on which to draw and thereby created options we could take. Thank God we did not let our critics stop us. As the campaign unfolds and the candidates take to the airwaves, I ask them to talk more about how they will build up the nation rather than tear down their opponents.